The Boy Who Dreamed of the Stars. In a quiet suburb of Pretoria, South Africa, there was a skinny boy with pale skin and bright, curious eyes. He didn't quite fit in, not because of his thin frame or thick glasses, but because his mind lived elsewhere, among the stars. While other kids played outside, Elon Musk spent hours in his small room, devouring books about science fiction and physics. His mother used to smile and say, "Elon lives in his own world. Sometimes I think he doesn't belong to this one." But his childhood wasn't easy. At school, he was bullied, shoved to the ground, and mocked for being weird. Yet he didn't fight back. Instead, every night he whispered to himself, "One day I'll change the world. One day I'll reach the stars." At the age of 12, sitting in front of an old computer his parents bought him, Elon taught himself to code. After weeks of late-night work, he created his first video game, Blaster, and sold it for $500. It wasn't a fortune, but to him it was proof that dreams could be real. The escape to the dream. Elon knew that staying in South Africa would never allow him to achieve the future he envisioned. At 17, he made a life-changing decision. He would leave. With a small bag and a determined heart, he left home and moved to Canada. And from there, he eventually made his way to the United States, the land of dreams. In California, life was tough. He often slept in his office at his first startup, Zip2, lying on a worn-out couch, surviving on cheap fast food just to keep working. But he didn't care. Every sleepless night was another step toward his dream. Years later, Zip2 succeeded and was sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. Elon could have retired young and lived a comfortable life, but he didn't want comfort. He wanted to change the world. The beginning of the big gamble. After Zip2, he founded another company that would become PayPal, revolutionizing online payments. But success came with struggle. Internal conflicts in the company grew, and eventually he was ousted as CEO while on his honeymoon. It was one of the darkest days of his life. Sitting alone in his apartment, staring into the distance, he wondered, was I just lucky? Was this the end of my journey? But deep down, a quiet voice whispered, "This isn't the end. There's something bigger waiting for you." He later sold his stake in PayPal for a huge sum. Instead of keeping the money, he did something everyone thought was insane. He invested nearly all of it into two almost impossible projects, SpaceX, to make space travel affordable and eventually colonize Mars, and Tesla, to create revolutionary electric cars.
Like one of the most difficult choices I ever faced in life was in 2008. I think I had maybe $30 million left. I had two choices. I could put it all into one company, and then the other company would definitely die, or split it between the two companies. But if I split it between the two companies, then both might die. And when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating something, building something, it's like a child. It's like, which one am I going to let one starve to death? I couldn't bring myself to do it. I split the money between the two. Fortunately, thank goodness.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on. Okay, where's the... Okay, this is bad.
Work hard, like, every waking hour. That's the thing I would say, particularly if you're starting a company. And if you do simple math, say like, okay, if somebody else is working 50 hours and you're working 100, you'll get twice as much done in the course of a year as the other company. The other thing I'd say is that if you're creating a company or if you're joining a company, the most important thing is to attract great people. So either join a group that's amazing, that you really respect, or if you're building a company, you've got to gather great people. I mean, all a company is a group of people that have gathered together to create a product or service. And so depending upon how talented and hardworking that group is, and the degree to which they're focused cohesively in a good direction, that will determine the success of the company. So do everything you can to gather great people.